Hi everyone, this is Parsa Vahid, President of Strandlife Financial Group. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020, which means that tomorrow rent is due. Now I'm sure many millions of people across the nation right now are asking, do I have to pay rent? The short answer is yes. There has been no federal program relieving renters of their requirement to pay rent. It's in your lease agreement. You're technically always required to make your rent payment. However, the federal, state, and individual cities have offered many protections for tenants of getting evicted. But again, there's no blanket ban preventing the legal process of eviction, especially in the state of California. All renters in the state are entitled to a delay in eviction until May 31st. Again, so if they can't pay because of financial hardship caused by the coronavirus, whether you have to, or first of all, if you've got the coronavirus, or if you're taking care of a spouse or a dependent or a parent who has been affected by the coronavirus, you qualify. You also may qualify if you've lost your job or had a reduction in your hours, or again, had to take care of children whose school may have closed because of the coronavirus. Tenants must also notify their landlords in writing no later than 7 days after rent is due, or by April 8th or May 8th or whenever you're unable to pay. Okay? An important factor here is that come June 1st, affected tenants can still be evicted if they haven't paid April or May. Okay? Now, if you're a tenant, you may be asking, what about the stimulus package? I thought this protected me. The package included a 120-day or a 4-month moratorium for tenants who can't pay rent, but the moratorium only applies to renters and properties whose landlords have federally backed mortgages, okay? The problem is, from a tenant perspective, how the heck are you supposed to know whether your landlord has a federally backed mortgage or not? This is why I think there's going to be pandemonium over the course of the next couple months between tenants and landlords. However, I do have a couple solutions. They're not going to be all-encompassing solutions, but they can help. So stick around. I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video. The only suggestion I can really make for tenants is that you need to do really two things. First, talk to your landlord. Open up a dialogue with that landlord, explain the situation. And number two, this is the most important part, in my opinion, and that's that you need to document. Document. Whatever the case may be, if this does eventually lead to the eviction courts, if you've got documentation and you can prove that, it will drastically make your life easier. So again, I can't harness that point enough. You need to document what's going on, why you've been affected, so on and so forth. Now, for the homeowners, tenants, you may want to skip through this. You probably don't want to hear this, but I have to support the homeowners here as well. The homeowners under the federal plan, homeowners with federally backed mortgages cannot be forced into foreclosure for at least 2 months. Okay, so you got some protection there. Additionally, homeowners who have suffered economic hardship over the virus can request a 6-month deferral of their mortgage payments without penalties, interest, or late fees. Okay, so 6 months, you don't have to worry about that if you can prove economic hardship, which, again, who hasn't been affected by the coronavirus? It seems like everyone I'm speaking to has been negatively affected. The problem really lies is how you can prove that. So again, for the homeowners as well, documentation is going to be crucial. Now for landlords, under a plan offered by a federal government, apartment owners with federally backed mortgages can defer their payments for 3 months. But this is the key component. If you do defer, and if you do accept that relief, you also have to agree that you won't evict your tenants, okay? And you must waive all late fees. I want to talk about a potential solution here. So in my humble opinion, I feel that within the next few months, there's going to be an absolute bloodbath with regards to the real estate market. Tenants are going, eventually the moratorium is going to expire. There's going to be a back due of all your rents and all your mortgage, and it's only possible for a select few to have that tremendous capital to get up to date. So for that reason, I'm suggesting landlords look into a company by the name of SureVestor. Now, let me just preface this. I have no affiliation with them. It makes no difference to me whether you reach out. I'm not being compensated. All I've done is just a tremendous amount of research, and I'm regurgitating that research for the landlord owners here to protect you. So when the time comes when you want to collect from your tenants and they can't pay, you're going to probably go through the eviction process. Now, what's going to happen? Eviction courts are going to be inundated with requests, and you're going to go through a tremendous backlog of the eviction courts. And what that's going to mean is that you're losing your rental income, the eviction costs are piling up, and potentially some damage to your unit is transpiring. Meanwhile, you're legally obligated to upkeep your building. So you have a lease agreement, and you want to make sure that you're not breaking that, because that's going to lead to more turmoil. Now, what SureVestor allows you to do is take out an insurance policy that could potentially protect you against the cost of loss of rent, against the cost of eviction, and malicious damage. Now, just as an aside, Strandlife Financial Group, we have a subsidiary company. It's Strandlife Insurance, that is a property and casualty insurance. We sell homeowners insurance policies and landlord policies. The problem is the normal landlord policy has an exclusion in it that doesn't allow the benefits to pay out if the cause of damage is a government regulation, which the coronavirus essentially is. So your landlord policies that you get from your individual insurance agents, they don't hold any weight here. The only thing that does is this insurance policy that SureVestor has come out with. I'll put the link in the description below. Reach out to them, ask them your questions. One thing I have found out is that you can only do this if you have a professional property manager. So you may, if you've got a few units, you may want to get a professional property manager now in the anticipation of this really spilling into your cash flow down the line. Guys, I really don't want to sound like an alarmist. I know the past few videos that I've been making have been grim, but the fact of the matter remains, the economy is very likely going to be in shambles for the next foreseeable future. And if you don't plan ahead, it's going to hurt you more than if you had planned ahead. As a financial planner, what we do is always try to look ahead at potential risks for our clients. And this is one glaring. It's staring at many of you right in the face, and you need to take action now. All right. I hope this video helps you. If you guys have any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to reach out. I've got my entire staff continue working to help answer the questions for you guys. Go onto our website, strandlifefinancial.com. We also have a group benefits division, strandlifebenefits.com, and strandlifeinsurance.com. For all your questions that you guys present to us, I assure you, you have my word, we'll get back to you. It may take a few days, but we will eventually get back to you. Guys, stay safe out there. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week. Bye-bye.